All right, week 2, Platts Pick, I'm joined by Platts Picks, but this is Monday Night Money. Thank you for joining me tonight, Ryan Platt from Platts Picks. What's up?
What's up, man? How are you?
I'm good. I'm feeling great after yesterday. We were just discussing that. I want to shout out your Discord because that's awesome.
Poppin'.
Now we're all just talking about our picks, giving
Yeah.
people ideas. It's a really cool thing you and Smitty put together there.
Yeah, I actually had texted. Well, he had texted me. He was like, "Do you want to put a Discord together instead of just?" Because I didn't want to keep blowing people's Twitter feeds up with bets, and I'm like, people that actually bet want to talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
So I was like, let's just make the Discord, and whoever wants to come in and talk about their bets or fade us or whatever, it's cool.
Yeah, no, I think putting all your bets up on the Platts Picks Twitter is a great idea, but I know switching from account to account, it gets tedious.
Yeah,
so
it's tiring.
Having the Discord, it's awesome. Yeah. So yeah, thanks for joining me, and tell me, how did your Sunday of betting go?
NFL was all right. I mean, I went 3-1 on straight bets. My parlay missed because of the Panthers, but we're just not going to talk about them, I guess.
I mean, it was. I feel like I have to take the blame. I have to take the blame.
Yeah,
because I surprised my girlfriend. We got good vibes. She's a Giants fan. It all was just set up for the Panthers to lose.
Yeah, because I kept looking at the score because I wasn't watching it. I was watching the Ravens game. I'm like, all right, it's still at 5-3. We still have a chance. It's in striking distance, and it just never went from there. I was like, all right.
Yeah,
I thought the Panthers were legit. That's not.
Yeah. My girlfriend posted the pictures of us at the game, and my comment on her Instagram post was, it felt like a baseball game. It was so weird. We had a 5-3 score at one point. I was like, it's 5-3 in the bottom of the fifth. Like, what the hell are we doing?
Yeah.
So that game, I think messed up a lot of people. I'm glad I didn't bet on it because I was gonna, after the show, without my girlfriend knowing, I was gonna bet Panthers -3, but I didn't, so I'm glad I didn't.
Yeah.
So anyway, I have a story about that game. I told you I wanted to tell this story of going to the game. We'll get into more picks here in a second, but at MetLife Stadium, they cut off alcohol sales at halftime. And Platt, you already told me, you said that's preposterous, and I agree. This is ridiculous. It's halftime, me and my girlfriend, we're like, all right, we gotta use the restroom. Maybe we'll get some more food, whatever, walk around just to pass the time. Not even thinking I have to re-up on my alcohol, So we get back to our seats, and I'm like, let me go grab us some beers. I get in line, and I start seeing orange security guards everywhere. And I'm like, what's going on here? And then I was at one of the, not the hot dog stand looking things. I was at the in an actual concession line, and I noticed that the beer taps have been screwed off of the taps. And I'm like, they cut off alcohol sales. And then I look to this guy next to me, and this dude is straight out of Sopranos. Yeah. This dude's got his hair greased back. He's got the gray on the sides. He's sitting there like this. And I said out loud, I was like, I think they cut off alcohol sales. He goes, what are you talking about? I was like, that was the worst New York accent because it was mixed with Pittsburgh. But anyway, he was like, what are you talking about? I was like, look around. Look what's happening. And this guy his face just goes. He looks like he's about to He looks like, all right, I got a guy.
I got a guy.
That's exactly what he looked like. And I'm like, I was like, I don't know what he's gonna do, but I gotta get out of here so I'm not involved.
Yeah.
But that was the only bad thing that happened other than the Panthers losing at MetLife on Sunday.
Yeah. Of course. Oh man, they suck.
Yeah, it's just not ideal. So let's get into my bets. I know it kind of sucks when you have to talk to the guy that won You know, it's like, oh, good for you, dude. You fucking won.
Yeah.
But I won. I had a good day. I went 4-1 on my bets.
Only
I
if
won.
you had the Falcons 2.5, right? They only won by 2.
Yeah, I missed that one.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
that was the only one I missed, and I was pissed, dude.
That's crazy because they were up like 14, I think, at one point.
Yeah,
and I'm like, wow, he's gonna sleep today.
Right? Exactly. I was like,
wow,
this is awesome.
Yeah.
So I get to go to a game. I get to not worry about any other games, but leave the stadium and see that happened. I was like, all right, let's see what else we can do.
Yeah.
And then I won my teaser again.
You are the teaser king.
On Saturday, you guys anointed me in the Discord as the teaser king. I have fully embraced being the teaser king. Dude, I love it.
I don't know how Georgia Tech came back. I was so upset because I had a Fresno State money line in the last leg of a parlay. Yeah. So I'm watching that. They almost blew it. Almost went to overtime. I'm like, all right, there's no way Georgia Tech did anything. So I was like, let me check.
Yeah.
And I checked. I went to the Discord. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah,
they covered. I was
like, what the? I was at work and I was getting ready to settle in to do something for a couple hours. And I was like, man, I had this one big bet on college football Saturday, didn't win it. And I'm talking to my buddy, and then I look at my phone again while I'm talking to him, and I'm like, oh my god! I started freaking out. I was yelling. Yeah. People were like, "Is this kid okay?" I was so ecstatic, and I looked at it, and somehow, they forced a 3-and-out.
Yeah, I just didn't get it.
I was like, how did they force this 3-and-out after the last drive? They let up 5 yards, 15 yards, 5 yards, 15 yards, and a touchdown. And I was like, holy crap. This is
I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it.
But yeah, being a teaser king, I hold this throne proudly. So.
Yeah, you deserve it after that. Jeez.
Yeah, and then I won the one Sunday. The only game that I got worried about for a second was Arizona. Did you catch the beginning of that game?
I did, because
didn't look pretty.
Yeah, no, it didn't. Because I was gonna live bet it if they went down, but the odds were still crazy high because it was 21.5 was the actual spread or something weird that.
It had been skyrocketing all week. I catched it for the teaser. I caught it at -17.5 to bring it down to 11.5. Yeah, but like you said, it eventually got up to 20.5.
Yeah, but that started off real slow. It was the same with the Lions too. Those Lions jumped out. Dan Campbell is a psychopath, just going for all those fourth downs, fake punts.
And I saw something. I saw something recently. I think it was today. It was just the Lions don't play like an 0-7 team.
They don't.
They're a good team. They just happen to have some bad luck.
I swear they've been in every game, maybe besides one.
Absolutely, I
should have beat the Ravens if Justin Tucker didn't hit that 60-yard field goal, 66, whatever it was.
That was ridiculous. NFL record 66 yards or something like that. Oh my god,
yeah, it's crazy.
But yeah, these Lions, you got to look out for them because they're going to tear up somebody's parlay. They're going to tear up somebody's teaser. That's why I didn't even go close to that game on Sunday.
Yeah.
But anyway, if anybody's watching live, tell us about your bad beats. Tell us about your big hits, and we'll discuss. But until then, let's talk some more. Let's talk about Sunday Night Football. I didn't watch it. I
watched some of it, but it was raining. So
yeah, after the game we were at, we went over to the sports book, which is where I got to catch the Arizona game. And then had some beers, took an Uber, went to a bar, had some more beers, came home, and I put it on and I passed out. Yeah. I woke up with 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and I was like, oh, I won again.
Yeah.
So what did you have on that game? Anything?
I had Colts money line. I had it all week. Then I don't know why I didn't do this. I'm such an idiot. I saw the weather.
Yeah.
And then I put it in the Discord about Jonathan Taylor's over on his rushing yards because it was so low for it to be a raining game. So I was looking, and I had the alternate 100-plus rushing yards for Taylor and Elijah Mitchell.
Yeah.
and Colts money line all in the same game parlay. But
Ooh.
I was like, you know what? This scares me, so I'm just not going to do it. And
Yeah.
it hit, and I was so mad at myself because the odds were like 6,000.
Yeah.
So, but I mean,
Dude, I'll be
other than
honest.
that,
When it comes to running backs yards, like that shit scares me.
yeah,
If it's high, if their yards is higher than 74.5, I'm like, are we sure about this? Like,
Yeah, like
unless it's Derrick Henry, I'm
yeah,
like, I don't
exactly.
know.
Yep.
It's so weird. Like, I think tonight Kamara's 91.5.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. I was like, because I was looking at it because the Seahawks have like the worst red defense.
Yeah, yeah.
So I was like, oh, he might go off, and then I looked, I was 92. I was like, oh, that's a little too steep.
Yeah, so it's so weird. Like you said, like I always take the alt yards. I try to take it as low as possible.
Yeah.
When it comes to like doing same game parlays, I'm really all about just let's get the alt yards, let's make it as low as possible. Let's just stack up all these little bets and get us some big odds.
Yeah, DraftKings is really good with like same game parlays because like you can do like receptions.
Yeah.
Like you can do like completions. You know, you can just stack like some of that up, and just win like $200 on it or something.
Yeah. So what sports book do you primarily use?
See, it was FanDuel, but like I'm having like FanDuel's good, but like I don't know, they kind of just fell off. Like they don't give you like any profit boost or anything.
Yeah.
DK gives you profit boost every week for college football.
Yep.
Sometimes they give you a risk-free NFL same game parlay every week. You can get your money back. I'm starting to love DraftKings more.
Yeah, I have fully flipped to DraftKings. The only thing I use FanDuel for is if I'm doing basketball, and I'll do a 3x2s.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
3x2s are easy money.
Oh, dude! Last year, me and Mike from Illinois, we would text each other all the time. Like I was like, "Hey, do you like this 3x2?" He's like, "Yeah, it's already in." I'm like, "All right, I'll put on a 2 then."
Yeah.
But that's really it. FanDuel. I don't know. They kind of just went downhill. Really.
Yeah, I don't really know what it was. I mean, I like and dislike. I like it because it's a great, like, it gets me to bet, but I dislike it because I know I'm going to lose, is they show you the most popular parlays.
Dude, that like makes me so nervous because I'm like, I'm not doing this. Like,
I tried it twice already and I lost both, and I was like, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah, no.
The last one I did was Bulls Thunder under in every quarter.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, both these teams suck.
yeah, and then it just goes over. I was like, nope, ain't gonna get me again.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. So now let's start getting into tonight's game. We got New Orleans for Seattle, Saints, Seahawks. It's in New Orleans, I believe.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah.
So we're inside. Don't have to worry about the weather. I know the weather in Jersey here is gonna get crazy here in a couple hours.
Yeah.
Don't have to worry about it at all. So, we got the weather on the West Coast, like we talked about with the San Francisco game. So no worries when it comes to that. What are you playing on this game? You playing it straight up? You have some parlays?
Well, I have 2 bets. I have the Saints. I got it at 4.5. I think it's at 5.5 now. I just don't see the Seahawks like keeping it close, really. And then I have Alvin Kamara to score 2 touchdowns. It's like plus 260 or something. Which still, they don't have Mike Thomas back yet. Yeah. Kamara's been that whole offense. It's worth a shot, really.
Yeah, I saw you post that in the Discord, and I think I'm going to jump on that as well. This is a game I really don't know how it could go because this is only the second full week for Geno Smith. I really don't have a gauge for the Saints yet without Michael Thomas.
Yeah.
And Alvin Kamara, I mean, he's been kind of quiet in my opinion. I mean, he's been putting up numbers, but nobody's talking about it.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like, is he really a game changer? Or is he just kind of just doing what he can do, which is a lot in some cases.
Yeah.
But this is a game, I told you before this, I'm going against the public here, and I'm taking over 41.5. Okay. I just really think I think they're going to have to rely on Jameis to throw the ball. I think he's going to deliver because this Seahawks secondary just isn't that great. They've given up an average of 306 yards per game.
Yeah.
I think Jameis is going to kind of put it together today. And you don't have any help from Taysom Hill. He's out.
That's right. He's hurt. Yeah.
So you're not going to be able to do those trick packages with him. He's not going to take up any of the passing reps, which also leads me to my parlay. Let me bring it up real quick. I think it's part of my parlay. Yeah, I did put it in there. My parlay for this game, I have Jameis Winston over 13.5 pass completions, which I was leaning towards the original number they had set, which was 17.5.
Yeah.
But he averages 17.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm going to play it safe here. Like I said, I like to play these same game parlays as safe as possible. So I got that 13.5 pass completions. Played it safe again with the yards. 150.5 passing yards, because I think I saw earlier, I think he's only averaging like 215 a game, maybe.
Yeah.
So I took that over. Took Kamara over 74.5 yards. And then I took a DK Metcalf touchdown and Alvin Kamara touchdown. I again, DK, they give you the $25 insurance on same game parlays. Put 25 on this at 525 odds. I can't do quick math like that, so I think it cashes out like around 125 or something like that.
Yeah, I think it's somewhere around there. Yeah.
And I think that's a solid parlay for tonight.
Yeah, it's like nothing like outrageous either. Like you see all these bets that are like 10 legs, all these touchdowns, and I'm like, no.
Yeah, it's like don't. I tell this to one of my buddies who just recently got really into sports betting. And I told him, I was like, dude, you're doing these big parlays. You're winning like 9, 8, 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
If you would just bet all these straight up, you're making profit.
Yeah.
So I took like 3 times telling him that. He finally got off that.
My cousin, she recently got into it last year. And she was the same way. She goes, here, I'm putting this parlay together. I'm putting this parlay together. And I'm like, I mean, it's cool to sweat out a parlay. Like I do one a weekend. I said, but if you straight bet, you're gonna make so much more money.
Yeah.
You know?
Like,
and then she started doing it and she goes, wow, I didn't realize how much like money you could make off straight bets. I said, now you know.
Yeah.
You know?
I think it's the fact that people don't see a bigger number in the payout margin. It's like
they chase like the $10 for 1,000. You know, and they're like, oh, I could win 1,000.
Because $10 for what, $9.10 isn't sexy. That's not sexy to look at. So
no,
people, they like I said, they're chasing, and I get it. And that's something what I used to do.
I used to chase all the time.
When I first got into sports betting, what I would do is I would do like 4 bets, but then I would do them straight, and then I would also put them in a parlay.
Yeah.
But even that will kill you sometimes. Because then you made a profit on the 4 straight, and then you lose it in your parlay.
Yeah.
So it's rough stuff. But you got any more comments about tonight's game? I mean, I think it might be a little slow. I think we have some ups. I think there could be some chance of Geno Smith getting it together tonight. Obviously, I'm not going to bet on that. But I would love to see it for the storyline. What do you think is going to happen?
It's so hard because like the Saints have like a top. I think they rank second in yards allowed, rushing wise.
Yeah.
So like they'll probably shut down Alex Collins and that committee. So then you're basically relying on Geno Smith to try and outscore the Saints.
Yeah.
I would like to see it. I hope not, because I have the Saints 4.5. But I don't know. I still think the Saints win. I won't say that it's a lock, but I mean,
yeah, because
Kamara's probably just going to rush them to the win. You know.
Yeah, I mean, look what I said on Thursday about the Broncos beating the Browns.
Yeah.
Just because you got the backups in doesn't mean they're gonna lose.
Yeah, exactly.
So we can have that case tonight as well. And Geno, like I said, it's his second week with a full week at starter. He may have figured something out. like it's been said through the media, he's not a spring chicken. He's a guy that's been in the league for 7 years, who's kind of has an idea of what's going on out there.
I mean, he almost won last week.
Exactly.
You know, I mean, I was there.
Yeah.
I was getting very upset. I'm like, all right, guys, come on, defense. And then TJ Watt happened.
Yeah. You know, I don't know if I told this story last week, but my girlfriend's sitting here. She's going to yell at me because of this. But whenever they were reviewing the fumble and the spike.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I was so tense. I had my terrible towel. I was like this on the couch. I was like, oh, come on. And I'm just like this. And then Pat Fryermuth comes up on the screen. And my girlfriend goes, oh, that's a handsome man. And I'm trying to listen to what Collinsworth's saying. They're talking about what's his name. It's he does the officiating for the broadcast. I'm trying to listen. And I just go, I'm trying to listen. And then she's like, you didn't have to yell at me.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, this is like, oh, you don't understand.
I couldn't, like, that play just made no sense because, like, they let them run a play.
Yeah.
And then they reviewed it. So
that's what doesn't make sense. In college, I know for a fact, in college, they would have said, oh, they already ran a play.
Yeah.
For some reason in the NFL.
Just, like at the game, I'm like, what is going on? Like, the clock hit 0.
That's also confusing, right?
How could they run the play and then they challenge? I thought as soon as you call hut, it's over.
Exactly.
They can't challenge.
That's what I thought, because the whistle was blown. They let them snap it. That's a play. You can't go back and review the other one.
That's what I thought too.
So there's a lot of confusion there, a lot of tension, obviously.
Yeah, it was crazy.
But anyway, since we're kind of done with the NFL talk and we got like 7 more minutes, me and you, we both avidly bet college football. So what are some things you're looking at for either this week or just future bets in general? I know I put in a couple future bets the past couple of weeks that were
actually week 2, I put $10 on Georgia to win it all.
Yeah,
and I think Georgia does win it all.
Georgia is a team I still don't understand, man. They've started like 3 different quarterbacks.
Yeah,
I just don't know what's happening. It's
because of their defense, man. Their defense is so good.
Yeah,
you know, like I think they'll have like 30 points all year or some crazy stat like that. I wish I would have put money on Pitt to win the Coastal, but I didn't. I feel ashamed.
That's one of the ones that I put in last week. I was like, you know, Pitt's going to win the ACC.
Yeah.
So it was like plus 300 odds. It was plus 300 odds. I said, I'll put 20 on it. So I'm locked into that.
No, I really like Georgia. I think it's going to be Georgia and Ohio State in the title game.
You think Ohio State's going to bounce back?
Yeah, I think they're just looking so good right now. But the only thing that like scares me is like their defense.
Yeah.
You know, but CJ Stroud's been looking. He looks way much better than he did the first couple weeks.
Yeah. See, I watched them for like the first 3 weeks, and then just seeing how bad they played against Oregon, and I was like, I don't want to watch this team anymore. Because you know, some people tell you like, all right, if you're gonna bet on college ball, you have to like pick a team or pick a conference and focus on that. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna see if I can ride with Ohio State this year, and they did not convince me that I should keep doing that.
It's tough because they have 1 loss, so like if they lose again, obviously I think they're done.
Yeah.
If Bama wins out and then they lose to Georgia, like I think that they'll still put Bama in just because they lost to Georgia.
Yeah.
You know, but
wouldn't that be 2 losses for Bama?
That is right. Yeah, because they lost to what's
Texas A&M, right?
Texas A&M. Yeah. So I don't know.
I like that it's mixed up this year. I like that nobody knows.
Me too. I don't know if this is really a hot take, but I think Michigan State beats Michigan this week. I think Michigan State is the 2nd best team in the Big Ten.
See, this is what I was about to bring up. I was going to say, I think Michigan is a team that's going to sneak up and could find themselves in the playoffs.
I mean, Michigan does look good this year, finally. You know, there's something about Michigan State that they have a really good run game. Defense looks good. I think they're a 3-point dog right now.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, no,
So,
I
mean,
don't have a lot of confidence in Michigan State. I have more
this is
confidence
already
in
a pick
Michigan.
for Platt Picks this week, so I'm giving it out early.
There we go. We got the exclusive. That's all I needed.
Michigan State money line this week. I'm just riding it.
So there's a lot of Heisman talk this weekend, particularly surrounding Pitt. So I want to ask you, who is your preseason Heisman winner, and who is your Heisman winner at this very moment?
Preseason, I think it was Matt Corral.
Okay.
Preseason. God, now, dude, I want to say Pickett, man. I want to say Pickett so bad, but I can't. I just can't. He deserves credit, though.
Yeah.
Pickett deserves credit, but I think it's between Corral and then probably C.J. Stroud, or I don't know, but I feel like Pickett is just there.
You keep saying Stroud, and I'm like, that kid did not play well at the beginning of the season.
At the beginning of the season, he was terrible, but
I just feel like you have to have a consistent season to win the Heisman.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, if that's the case, then Corral should win it.
Yeah.
But like Pickett just looks good. Like he has 1 pick on the year. He has like 23 touchdowns.
Yeah.
You know, he don't throw for like 500 a game, you know, but he makes NFL throws.
He's playing like an NFL quarterback.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah. So, I mean, I would love for Kenny Pickett to win the Heisman. Yeah. Like, I would love it. Because I think, like, his odds are, like, 3,000 right now.
No, they actually...
Oh, they dipped in? Probably because of performance versus Clemson.
So, my preseason Heisman was... I had Desmond Ridder.
Oh, geez.
I was high on Ridder. I was like, this kid, I think he's just going to explode onto the scene. And he's played okay. This past weekend against Navy was not great. I watched that game.
He struggled.
I was like, this is terrible. How are you playing like this against Navy of all people?
Yeah, I thought they were going to – I almost picked them to cover the spread, but I stayed away.
Yeah, no, every week I'm hesitant to pick Cincinnati on the spread just because it's Cincinnati. They're not really proven yet. They are the number 2 team in the country right now. But
yeah,
they play in, the American Conference or whatever?
Yeah.
I can't take you that seriously. I mean,
exactly.
It's just how it is. But yeah, I had Ridder, and then this past weekend I put money on our boy Kenny Pickett.
Dude, he's such like a gamer of a quarterback. Like he does whatever he wants. You know, he puts his body on the line like all the time. You know, he don't care. And then he's like, yeah, I'm just gonna go have a cold one after the game.
Yeah,
right. I was like, all right. This dude wants me to just throw $20 on him to win the Heisman.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? But another team that I've bet against every week that I could is Clemson.
Yeah.
They haven't covered the spread once.
Not once.
So like it's like
another
plus 3.5. They end up
losing.
Another
team to bet on to cover the spread, also in the ACC, is Syracuse.
Oh yeah.
Every week.
I've bet on them a couple times. Yeah, I've bet on them a couple times. Oregon, I'm never touching again.
Oh, absolutely not.
Thank God they covered that.
I think you and Smitty all had the same bet. The Friday game?
Yeah. Because I was texting Smitty because he just needed money line, but I had the spread.
Yeah, I had the spread too.
And I was just like, all right, we have a chance here. And they just kept blowing it.
Kept blowing it, man.
I was like, it is 2 a.m.
Yeah, right.
Do something. I have to go to sleep.
Luckily, I was at work, so I was awake. But I was just so pissed off.
I was just so tired, just looking at the screen. I was like, oh my God, can we do something here?
Yeah, dude. So yeah, I was able to get Ridder at plus 3,000 odds at the beginning of the season, and Pickett this past weekend. It was like right after the game, his odds were at plus 1,800.
Okay.
So,
yeah, because he threw for 300 on Clemson, and no one's done that all year.
Yeah.
So
that's a big pick. Obviously my heart's in that one. My heart's in in having the Panthers win the ACC outright. I actually got that at plus 350. I said plus 300 earlier, but it's plus 350. We're gonna get out of here in a second, but I just want to ask you. I mean, I know you're at work, but are you going to be able to watch the Manning cast?
Yeah, I'm actually leaving. Like as soon as this is done, like I
There we
finished
go.
everything.
The Manning cast is
I
the
love it,
greatest
dude.
thing.
I love it so much.
It's the best thing to happen to broadcast sports. Like,
Yeah,
it's the
I can
funnest.
agree.
You have Eli throwing double birds. You got
Yeah.
that's all over the place.
At first, I was like, I don't really know if I'll like this.
Yeah, me too.
And then I watched it because I saw Pat McAfee tweet something about it.
Yeah.
I was like, what is this? Then I don't think I switched back again. Like I just watched the whole thing. I was like, these guys are hilarious.
These past couple weeks without him have been rough.
Yeah.
So I'm glad we're getting the Manning boys back. I'm hoping for some Arch talk. Maybe we get some Arch talk on the cast, but
yeah, he joked, I think, when Pat was on. It was like, yeah, he's committing to West Virginia.
Yeah, he did.
Is he like, oh my God?
Oh man. But yeah, hey, let's get ready for the Manning cast. Let's enjoy some football tonight. And let's get after it. Ryan, thank you for coming on.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Everybody go follow him at Platts Picks and at Ryan24_34. Is that it?
There we go. Look
there
at you.
Go. I got it. So go follow him. If you want to get in the Discord, I would say just contact Ryan, contact Smitty.
They'll get you the link. Just DM us and then we'll DM you a link.
They'll get you the link. That's where we talk about all the bets. We got different lobbies for different bets. It really feels like there's a bee stinging my heel, but there definitely isn't. Ow.
Yeah. There you go.
That hurts so bad. I don't know what's going on with my
nice ending to the show.
Yeah, just me getting attacked by imaginary bees. Anyway, thank you, Ryan, for coming on. It's been fun Monday Night Money. And hey, if you stuck through the whole thing, which it doesn't look like anybody did, hopefully they will next week. So see you next week. Thanks for joining me.
No problem. Thank you.